Hello, everybody. It's your guy, Dave Neal, stand-up comedian and host of Bachelorette Recap, a guy's review, power recapper, all the way from Belize. Big Belizean energy, your boy over here. Linen shirt Dave with a tank top. Listen, people say, oh, Dave, take a vacation. Look, I am. But every once in a while, you got to make a video because YouTube doesn't have an unemployment option. Oh, YouTube, I'm taking a vacation. They're just going to pay me. No, I do the big bucks, okay? And that's share Bachelor Nation news with you. So I've got a video right here about our buddy Quartney. Look, I put him up right on my TV right here. Listen, if you stick around to the end of this video, I will turn the camera around and show you how insane my view is right now. We spent the last 3 days in a rainforest in Belize, and we just made our way to the peninsula. Oh boy, it is East Coast living for me. All right, so anyway, let's watch this. Trigger warning, Quartney talks about his mom committing suicide, so that's the trigger warning. Look, I still don't understand trigger warnings. I think by even saying the trigger warning, it triggers people, but this is what the conversation is about. So let's get over to here. I'm going to play for you exactly what he said in this very touching video. And just a reminder, I mean, this is the change we want to see in the Bachelor show. We want to see guys with complicated stories, overcoming adversity. He, when he was kind of voted off or whatever, the guys gave him like a round of applause. That's bananas. Now look, you can love people and it doesn't mean that they're right for Katie Thurston. We love Katie Thurston, but she's going to pick one guy and one guy only, most likely. Although it would be a cool scenario if she's like, you two, fantasy suite now. But in the meantime, there's plenty of great stories coming out of this season. I want to give credit where it's due, and that's to casting for finding guys with the story worth telling. Let's hear, it's an 8-minute video. Let's play for you what Quartney wants to say.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Quartney with a Q here, and just wanted to hop on here real quick and kind of share a little bit with you guys. It's something that I've had a lot of DMs about over the past couple of weeks. And that is why on the show, on my exit, why Katie said she was proud of me, and kind of why the guys, gave me that warming goodbye towards the end of my experience there. And I guess it all kind of boils down to, what kind of gets shown on TV and the show and what kind of doesn't. And it's unfortunate, but, some things kind of carry weight that they show over others, like maybe the drama and things like that. But just to kind of keep it short and sweet with you guys, I shared a lot with her and a lot with the guys. That was kind of something I never thought I would do with people that I just met for 3, 4, 5 weeks. But you kind of just build something with the things that we were tested for out there, and just kind of being around them the entire time. But I guess to kind of go into why I lost my mother 2 years ago, and it's been something hard on me for the last 2 years, and it was a really hard thing to actually come out and go do what I did out there, just because you're being open, you're being vulnerable, and you're kind of opening up sides of you that, I'm not used to doing. Not in the past 2 years for sure. I've kind of been closed off. But I definitely shared that with her, shared that with some of the guys there. And it's been awesome because I've come a long way in the past 2 years. I lost her on the day where the day I went back to college to graduate, finish my last semester of school, because I took a 2-year break, and my mom kept telling me to go back and go finish, and don't just be one of those people that ended up starting and almost finishing and not being there. So she's the one I have to thank for making me go back. The last time I saw her was the day she helped me pack my apartment to go back to SF. And she was helping me, and my little brother was there. Sorry. And I just remember her helping me clean up the apartment, and making promises to me and talking about how, I can't wait till you get back. My mom, just to kind of give you a quick overview, was a very strong woman, a single mom for the most of the time.
Single mom club.
And she graduated top of her class in biology. She did medical device engineering, so she was doing that, and kind of wanted me, after I finished my biology degree, to come in and do sales there. But she was a great, strong woman, faith-filled, and is the reason I am who I am today. But kind of what happened, after finishing me packing clean, I go off to work and say my goodbyes to her and my little brother, and that night she was gone. So it's been kind of hard on me and my family, just because she left us so soon, and it's something that I could just grieve about, but I've kind of learned to take this and grow from it, as me and my family and me and my siblings should. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I don't share this with a lot of people, and a lot of people don't know, but I lost my mom. As it says, it's a suicide, and a lot of people don't know that. And it was hard. It was hard on all of us. Videos are a lot harder than just explaining all this in a quick message, but it's something that we've just kind of had to deal with. And my mom fought a lot. She fought colon cancer. She was going through nerve damage, which for some of you to know is one of the most unbearable things. I saw it firsthand. And she just was a strong woman and raised 4 beautiful kids. So whether it was her time or not, it's just been something that I'm gonna have to grow through, and I've done so far. Investing in a company, nutrition brand, finishing college for her and myself, and seeing where life takes me from here. But also, I see this as an opportunity to help other people. For people who have lost a sibling or a family member, or especially a parent, or to people who are just mad with God for loss. You don't need to be. And just for people who've lost a loved one like the way we have, I'm there, and I try to kind of connect with people on that end, because I can strongly relate. And for the past 2 years, I've been numb to it. I've been numb to people who've had loss, and just to other smaller stuff. And it's not something that I do purposely, but it's just been something that comes to me now. And so I've just decided that I want to grow from that, and I want to help other people, and I want to use this platform as a way to kind of help out with people who are in my same shoes. So kind of expressing this stuff with Katie and the other guys and whatnot, they kind of knew my story, to where a lot of people didn't, and a lot of people don't. But I see how other people on the show have used their stories and have helped a lot of people. And so I kind of want to do the same thing, and I'm looking forward to it. So feel free to reach out to me on DMs. I'm gonna do my best to respond to any of them I can, and yeah, I'm just here to grow and help other people who've been through this experience as well. Quartney with a Q out.
Quartney with a Q. What an unbelievable story. Now, several people sent this to me, and I knew it was going to be heavy. Adversity is something so many of us are privileged to dodge, and it can only happen to people when your normalcy in your life is upended in one way or another. It doesn't build your character right, it shows your character. Quartney with a Q is a guy. He is a strong man. What his mom takes her life days after sending him off to finish college, kind of like got him to the finish line, couldn't handle, with regards to mental health. I've actually been so lucky to be in the minority that I don't know anybody who's committed suicide. I am so lucky for that, because that is a rare stat, especially in a world where people don't see a way out. They don't see a solution to their problems. I actually knew someone, the first time I ever had to deal with death was my friend's mom died of colon cancer. Brutal, just brutal scenario. I was probably 9, 10, maybe 11. It was the first close person. I was like, I don't get this. I don't understand. And I think what you learn over time is that you never get it. You never understand. It's just part of life, dealing with loss. Now, to deal with an unquestionable loss like this, where it's like, how could I have stopped this? How could I have prevented this? It's like, look, you'll never have those answers. You'll never have those answers. But the beauty, the canary in the coal mine, by the way, I could have totally messed up that saying, I'm not sure. The beauty here is that he sees the platform he has to share his story. First of all, men don't do a good enough job talking from their heart. It ain't easy. Talk about toxic this, toxic that, whatever. It ain't easy to show some tears, to show some tremor in your voice. It's seen as a sign of weakness. Now you tell me, I see this as a sign of strength. It's one of the strongest 8 minutes I've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? A guy that can talk about something that in our society, especially in minority communities, which I can't speak for, but the facts are out there, that mental health, talking, with a therapist, it's just in some communities where you don't have access to those tools, those techniques, or even just the sort of the awareness amongst your community and your friends to have those conversations, it's devastating. It's devastating to feel like you're alone and no one else has dealt with this. So kudos to him for having this conversation. And I love the bigger picture with contestants sharing their story on their own time. They go on the show for free. The show gets to monetize them, cut them up, do the hunter thing, make them a villain when they're not, all these sorts of things. And it's like, I've been preaching more than anybody that the show needs to do a better job of having some sort of auxiliary YouTube channel. They have it where they, show more of these stories. And it's like, you know what? Maybe the show's not the place to do it. Maybe it's their platforms. But I love the idea of people, like Hunter sharing his story, Quartney with a Q sharing his story. I love the idea of them doing this and them actually being able to use their platform for a good on their own terms. Now, I'm sure he's got a long way to go, but I'll tell you what, if you've ever been to a 12-step program or you've had to public speak about your own flaws, you think in your head you've got all the answers and you'll just get it all out. When it comes to speaking to others about your problems and your family's dark secrets and this and that, there is something in the throat that grabs you and doesn't want you to do that. By fighting that urge, by fighting that defense mechanism, you release yourself from a ridiculous amount of shame, and Quartney's doing just that. This video is so huge in his recovery and countless other people who are going through the loss of a loved one due to suicide. And countless other people who might not think there's another way out. I mean, I hate to say it. My channel has gotten bigger this year. I've had people that reached out to me this week. Several people that said, I and again, trigger warning, right? But this is what we're talking about. I've had people that reach out to me in graphic detail to tell me how they were about to end their life. And they found a community because of my YouTube channel. And that was enough for them to have another reason to look forward to the next day. Due to the pandemic, due to people, poverty, due to illness, due to so many reasons, people don't think there's a way out to their problems. And all I can tell you and your loved ones and anyone around you that might not be a part of a community is grab people that are begging for help. Grab people that look like they need a lending hand, a community, a place to go to Sunday dinner. Grab them because there is community and it is an arm's reach away for every single one of us. If the only community you can find is our comment section, then so be it. We're not a bad place. We got some misfit toys. Your boy's going to be misfit number 1. They're in there. We have a Discord. I'm not saying this to profit off of it. The Discord is free. You can go on that page and just talk to people about The Bachelor. Talk to them about life. You know what? I wanted to share one more thing that blew my mind today. Give me a second to pull it up here. As you guys know, I'm running off of limited resources. I don't have all my typical gear and equipment here. But I wanted to show with you guys that Blake Moynes reposted my interview today. Now, I'm not here to give myself a pat on the back because it's whatever. It's not the promotion that he did that blew me away. It's the fact that without asking him or his mom, that he shared my conversation right here. This is Blake shared this conversation.
This family doesn't go around, openly talking about everyone's sexual exploitations. And it's kind of cringy a little bit sometimes. I just want to preface that by saying this family doesn't go around,
So anyway, the interview that I had with Blake's mom, Blake shared, and the conversation, while very different from Quartney with the Q situation, the conversation was similar in the sense it's about when you strip away everything you thought you were, whether it's because of a divorce, unemployment, losing your job, you're losing your livelihood, losing a loved one, whatever the case may be. When you strip away everything that you thought you were, that's when you reunite with your true self. That's where you say, me and you, we're going to go do this. We're going to go pick up the pieces. When there's no longer a will to move on, you know what I mean? That's when you find it. That's when you get going. And we're never as helpless as we may seem. The world, it's in a tough place. There's a ton of despair. I'm not here to make light of that, but it's never as tough as it seems. Quartney with the Q's mom, she did a great job raising him. People that commit suicide, it happens for multiple reasons. People don't see a way out. Whatever the case may be, sometimes mental health issues, they're not thinking like their true self. I'm not here to speak about whatever the case may be, but all I'm saying is if you or a loved one are having those thoughts, start by calling this number or a number like it, Google one, and talk to people. Reach out to your community. We all get stuck in our head. We have a one-track mind. We're all trying to take care of ourselves. But I'll tell you this, I've said this before, I've never in my lifetime living in New York City seen somebody fall on the in a subway. The subway moves, it jerks, people stumble. Strangers support each other. Strangers help each other out. It's in our DNA. We're here to help each other. So thank you to Quartney with a Q for what an amazing story. And thank you guys for checking this out. I did promise you I would stick around. So I'll tell you what, I did promise you guys I would show you where I'm at. So let's do that right now. Can you open the door? All right, I'm going to show you Tasha here. Hold on, ready? I'm going to show everyone. Here we go. I never do this. Welcome everyone to Belize. Wow. How lucky are we? Say hi to everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, now promote your Tasha's Take.
I am putting the hashtags on it right now, so please go to my Instagram and check out my Tasha's Take reel. And if you haven't watched already on my channel, we have the full episode recap on my YouTube.
All right, now get out of the way so I can show what's behind you. There it is, folks. There it is. All right. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Tasha's got her fashion video for the Bachelorette. It's doing so well, so thank you to all who supported that. Shout out to Blake Moynes for sharing the interview I did with your mom. I was worried to do an interview with your mom because I didn't want to like ride off of your coattails, but she is a badass woman with a story to tell. And anyone, if you haven't listened to my conversation with her, go watch that. It's a great chat. She's so inspiring, and we're looking forward to hearing more from her. All right, folks, thank you so much. Bye now.